Okay, gang, we're back on stream. I think I started thinking about this one this morning. Just a couple topics to talk about. Oh yeah, by the way, no do rag. I just got my hair cut. The waves are spinning. You know, they spinning. I cut the beard off. I just wanted to get into this. Don't worry about this part growing in. If you see it's growing in. Okay, just give it its time. Anyway. But I wanted to talk about Ice Spice because I remember there was a time when Ice Spice popped off and it was everything. She had the iconic little fro, as you see here. The look is these pictures. This face looks different. I don't know if it's a smile, but it looks like a little thinning look. That chin and jaw looks. I don't know. It looks different. And I wanted to talk about when remember Ice Spice lost weight? It almost feels like a fever dream. It almost feels like it never happened. And I want to dive back into that. I want to go back into reviewing some Ice Spice pictures, maybe. I don't want to jump immediately into the Instagram, but I do want to talk about the Ice Spice look. And this is what was going on. And I'm not here to discuss anything and say she was on Ozempic. There was a lot of rumors that she was on Ozempic at the time, and she really said she was depressed. And I'm not here to dive deep because I do not know who Ice Spice is, and people are so parasocial. I'm more focused on talking about Ice Spice as the icon. Ice Spice, who is one of the big rap baddies of the new generation, and we get to look at some pictures, and we're just gonna do like a nice dive and talk about it, because at one time you see we had the fro, we got the thickness. Here is just a weight loss transformation photo. This is just an unfair photo, bad lighting. They do tricks like this, but then I look at stuff like this is where she was really depressed. She got real thin, she was real thick right here, and then there was a certain thickness that was right here, and then she thinned down and the stomach became real nice, and look at look at this. This is a good look, I think, for Jimmy Fallon. This is a good physique. I don't know if she lost a bunch of weight and then gained some back. We will go into her Instagram page and see what's on there now, and you'll be like, it'll be like it never really happened. At least to their team and to Ice Spice's team, the one who organizes her look, they make sure that she's prime. With this, it's just that's not, I don't even know, is that even Ice Spice? No, I don't even think that's Ice Spice. So I don't even, but right here she was super thin and thinned out, and then it was Shorty's thick. Now right here I'm like, this is where she got thin, and she was going for a more aesthetic look, because it's the most aesthetic her face has looked, other than this photo right here, I think, which is, she looks great in this photo. Amazing. And these photos right here are what the industry, these are photos that they want everyone to see. So they picked this photo. She looks great right here. A couple cute, innocent looks. I think Ice Spice has one of those very charming. Reminds me of Faith Evans a little bit. Very attractive. Very beautiful. But we I think with Ice Spice, people love that thickness from her. And I just start to look at okay, I'm like, this is a good thick, this is a good thick. And I could see where she probably was like, okay, I don't want to be this thick, and she was really in the gym. I can even see on her face, it doesn't look like she's having the best time. So maybe she was depressed. This didn't look too bad neither. I think Ice Spice, for her transitions in weight and moving around, she's kept it pretty good. You can kind of like Ice Spice at many different sizes. We scrolled through. This one looks good, but it looks like she's on the slimmer side. And some of these pictures, you're I don't know if they're girls that look like Ice Spice and want to be Ice Spice, because Ice Spice was a phenomenon. Girls stole the hair, everything. I remember, I was there, and girls were geeked up about her, just geeked. So yeah. Nah, it was depression. I'm better though now. See, that's what I'm thinking. And this look right here, she was skinny before, but she gained that weight, and it gained perfectly. It gained just right. Look at this photo. And but we can even go through here. This is a year ago when she was on the weight loss. I don't want to watch a But you start looking at some of the images, like her red carpet. This is one of the ones we saw, and they starting to go through the pictures. And this look is really, you know, I think that they were just, sometimes in this industry, a lot of girls are just trying stuff, man, and they're trying to stay on top of their game. They want to improve their look. They want to have the best look. It's very competitive, and what's locally attractive and what we think is attractive, like when you get into those other spaces, there's like a whole other level of beauty that is talked about around. You got Ozempic, Retta. I'm not saying that she's on that, but there's other people that are on it, and they're constantly changing their bodies. We review models on here all the time that do crazy aesthetics. They work on themselves, so I don't even think that's hard. Okay, we're gonna talk about this later, by the way, but I'm gonna jump into this. Yeah, but look at the page. This is the most important thing, because the Instagram is what the label, what Ice Spice team wants to have out there, and it's the fro. This is 1 week ago. And then before that, it's 10 weeks ago. This is like the thick Ice Spice. This is, look, whatever weight she lost, it's back to where we see even the little natural body thickness. So I think that she feels comfortable at that weight, but it was 10 weeks ago, and I don't know when this picture was taken. And then she's thick here, with the long hair. The music video drops 31 weeks ago. Thick, 27 weeks ago. And then 14 weeks. See, I think we just click on her top picks. But yeah, like this is like, I think when she was thin, was doing the SpongeBob stuff. Look how thin she was, but I think she was starting to gain it a little bit. I don't think she was at her lowest, but I think Ice Spice thinning out was kind of good, just to gain a little bit more weight. Like she looked thick, and actually, take this back, she got thick again. Like, she thinned out her face, kind of like her face got a little better aesthetically. Like, I'm not saying she was ever ugly, but Kendra Lust, when you gonna make me take you? I'm a bunch. Shit, Kendra, I think you kind of, you a MILF, going after Ariana. Okay. I mean, not Ariana, Ice Spice. Like, okay. And then she's back to the thickness, and so whatever slim, like, whatever slim era for Ice Spice there was, like, that slim era, like, was only lasted a minute. I definitely think it was depression, or maybe they were trying out the look. She's also working out. She was doing workout videos. Maybe not eating can you're not eating. You're trying to stay on top of your game. When you're depressed, you like kind of try to balance it out with working out. So I could definitely see the change. But she was like she got thin and went to promoting Wendy's. And then it's like, dang, this is like the thickest she looked. Like, is this even really her? This looked like some AI, dude. I swear. Like, let's. Okay, all right. I'm gonna say, dude. Yeah, she thinned out some. Some pictures, like, she's with the Igor. See, this is where I say the influence of being around all these girls. You don't think that Ice Spice, just they were like, hey, I'm doing this. This is my beauty secrets. This is this and that. You don't think that was like around, and it left an impact on her in any kind of way? And I would like to. I don't know if Ice Spice will ever tell anybody how she felt with the depression and what was going on for real. But I would like to know. But that's iconic. I love the ginger hair on Ice Spice, and I love that light pink on Ice Spice. Man, she looks always looking good. DoorDash, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, Ice Spice though, snack. Like, this is 44 weeks ago. She got, whatever she lost, she got right back. She was right back on. Even here, she looked thick. It was like she was depressed. Like, I'm back to eating. I'm back to eating the Ao Nobu, whatever they do. She was like, I'm back eating. And it went all to the right places. Look, she looked better than when she first came out. Like, so, and shorty. Okay. Yo. See, when people do shit like this, let's look at this nigga. Accounts private. Ugly. You know, I guess you know, it is what it is. You got that money phone out. Who that? Bodie James? No, I'm just playing. But yeah, this is like she's look at her jawline right here. This is where I'm like, did she get thin to get that aesthetic? Because her face, the jawline on her face, like she has like a really like before she had like a roundish head and a roundish fro that made her look super round, and she was just thick. But now it's like she's getting aesthetic. She's going for the aesthetics, and she right back thick. So maybe it was like, let's tone down this, enhance this. I'm really interested in knowing. I'll probably never ever really know the truth, but this is just my Ice Spice analysis. I'm just analyzing what I see, what I like, you know. But I feel like Ice Spice goes through thick, not thick, and this is actually beyond a year at this point. So, you know, but this is the thickness was before the getting skinny. But any of the skinny looks, no, see now I look at this, and this was years ago. I'm like, dang, maybe it's just it's the angles and the photos, because her chin does look like that first pic. You know, that first boy. This I really see it. Wow, there's beauty secrets in the game that, you know, we just gotta learn, and you know, she's getting her money. Taylor Swift, that was one of the big moves. But yeah, I'm not trying to keep this video too long. It's 11 minutes. We're gonna stop right there thinking about Ice Spice. Let me do a speed run real quick just for the gang. Okay. These videos, okay. Yeah, something's different right here from the beginning with Lunch. Something's very different. So yeah, so that was Ice Spice. Super baddie. Let's see what the story says real quick. You know, sometimes I just get locked in, you know. 17 hours ago, she looked thick. You know, even though it was a little blur, she still looked thick. If you enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe. You already know, man. I'm going to be doing some streams. I got a paper to do for school, but I'm definitely going to be doing several more streams today. You know, I just got to keep on going. And honestly, looking at girls is some of my favorite stuff to do. So if you guys want to, you can subscribe to my Twitch channel. It's Twitch TV at TG World. That's TIGEE World. You probably see it down here. That I usually put it on the video. But go to that, subscribe. I'm always playing video games. I'm always chatting. I'm on there watching stuff about Freemasons and aliens and this and that. I'm just kind of a streamer dude now. Now that I know I'm going to school for 10 more years, and it's going to take forever for me to finish for what I want to do. Because I want to be a doctor, I want to be a plastic surgeon. So I got nothing but time, and I would love for you guys to come hang out with me, and we just talk about all the hot girls that there are out there. Peace.